Hi everyone, this is an introduction video to Module 2. I will be going over the assignments in the module and then talking a little bit more about the illustration paragraph. Here I am under the Assignments tab. You can see Module 2 is open. Hopefully everyone has had a chance to look through it. You will be completing 3 assignments in this module. The first one is another reading and response assignment. So you'll read the article, "Why Are We So Angry?" and you'll respond to it. Our grammar topic for this module is fragments. Fragments are a common problem in student writing, and this topic follows your basic sentence information from the first module and will continue with run-on sentences in the next module. The last thing you'll be completing is your first paragraph assignment. This is the first of your longer writing assignments for the class. There's quite a few readings that I want you to do in order to learn about how to write paragraphs. There's quite a few examples of paragraphs, and then of course I want you to read the chapter on illustration writing because we're writing an illustration paragraph. I just created this lecture video here on writing a paragraph today and I posted it, so hopefully if you're struggling a little bit with the assignment, that video will help you out. So at the bottom here is the submission for your illustration paragraph as well as the assignment. There's an explanation of how you'll write it, and then of course once you have typed up your illustration paragraph you will submit it. I've got an example here that I'm going to cover for you. So the first thing you'll want to do is brainstorm some ideas. The illustration paragraph is about your profession, your career, either something that you know that you're planning on going into, or you want to talk a little bit about why you make a good employee if you haven't chosen your career path yet. Either one will work for this assignment. The big thing that you want to remember that you're doing is providing illustrations or examples of something. So if you know you want to go into a particular career or profession, then I want examples of why you want to do that, why you feel that would be best for you. If you haven't chosen your career yet, then you want to provide examples of why you would be the best employee for someone else to hire. So I've done mine here, and I'll post this in the module as well, just as an example. This is, since I already have my career and path laid out, I went ahead and did it as it is today. This is why teaching is the best career for me, but I'm showing you how to put together a paragraph based on examples. So this is just an example of an outline here of how you can kind of lay out and organize your information. So I am starting with a topic sentence of teaching is the profession that best matches my personality and my abilities. And if you watch the video on developing a paragraph, you'll see a little bit more information about topic sentences, and there's also information in the textbook about it. So I've broken my topic sentence down into three parts, 3 things I want to cover. 1 thing about my personality, and then 2 of my abilities. And so I've broken that down into those 3 sections, if you will, of my paragraph that I know I want to write about. Your paragraph needs to be at least 8 to 12 sentences long, so it is a little bit of a longer paragraph, which means you want to have 2 or 3 main ideas that you want to cover. So I would come up with maybe 3 examples of why a career is good for you or why you make a good employee. So I've come up with 3 here. You can see how my outline looks, and so then I took this outline and I turned it into a paragraph. Let me just scroll down here and I'll show you what my paragraph looks like. So this is my paragraph. I have the header already in here as well as my title. You can title it something more fascinating than illustration paragraph if you want to. And so it'd be your name and then my name and the class and the date. That's a standard heading for any writing assignment that you turn in. You can see my paragraph here then is, I think I have about 12 sentences total, and I cover each of the topics in the order that I put in my outline. I changed things a little bit as I wrote them, but you can go through and kind of see what I did. So I changed the topic sentence to, I chose the profession of teaching because it best matches my personality and my abilities. And then I transition. One of my personality traits is to help others, so I link back to the topic sentence with that repetition of the word personality. As a child, I would volunteer to help my mother teach Sunday school and lead her Girl Scout troop. Also, my sister and I would play school with our stuffed animals. I always wanted to be the teacher. So that also is my transition to the next example. So I've got 2 examples for the one personality trait. Additionally, so now I'm transitioning to my next main point. My desire to continue learning is added to my ability to teach. When I was in college, I double majored as an undergrad and immediately continued my education with my master's degree because I enjoy learning so much. So I have one sentence as an example of basically those 2 examples I put into one sentence. And then finally, so this is my last big transition. So now I've covered my 3 main points. My ability to help others understand complex ideas is made teaching in an ideal profession. As a teacher, I have to do lesson plans each semester, take into consideration learning styles of a particular class, also learn new technology, Blackboard tools, video recording software, etc. This has helped me to better communicate with my students and create assignments to help them become better writers. So that's the bulk of my paragraph, including my examples for my 3 main ideas. So then I have to conclude the paragraph, and I want to link back to that topic sentence. And so I wrote, because of my personality and abilities, I feel that I made the right choice in becoming a teacher. Now, I'm already doing this profession, obviously. Some of you might be in the profession that you're intending to continue with, and some of you may not have started yet. So this is really, it's going to be different based on everyone's experiences. So you can kind of see how this is a rough draft. Of course, I just wrote this. There's some things that I would probably tweak a little bit. There might be some errors in there that I haven't caught yet, but that's just what you want to do as far as your paragraph looks. So this would be about how long you want to write and about how much content that you should have. And remember to be real specific. So I put in some really specific examples of like teaching school with my sister, and having a double major as an undergrad and things like that that make the paragraph real personal to me. So I've got my paragraph written, and I do want to show you also how to format the paragraph. So once you've written your paragraph, make sure that you're using MLA style in order to format it. And so you need to use Times New Roman font. So you want to select your font type as Times New Roman, and then make sure that you also are double spacing it. So it should look like essays are always Times New Roman font, double spacing, and 1-inch margins. The 1-inch margins are already set, but in Word you have to change the font and the double spacing. So it'll look like that. I have it zoomed in so it looks pretty big, but once I put it back to a normal view, this is what it will look like. So this is what I would then turn in, just this paragraph, not the outline, just the paragraph. I would submit that to the assignment in Blackboard. So that's the illustration paragraph. Hopefully, like I said, I'll post this in the module so you can go back and look at my example. Hopefully this will help you out a little bit better. If you have any questions, always you can send me an email. I have no problem answering emails. I also have no problem looking over writing from students. If you are struggling, you're not sure if you've done it correctly, just drop that file in an email to me and I will let you know whether or not you need to make any major changes to it. So this video has been an introduction to Module 2.